Welcome to another episode review of Transformers Prime. Today, we're taking a look at the episode Con Job. In this episode, we are introduced to Bulkhead's old wrecker's buddy Wheeljack. Or are we? As it seems the Decepticons have slipped in a fake Wheeljack to infiltrate the Autobots and uncover the location of their secret base. We begin this episode with Team Prime receiving a signal from an Autobot ship. Optimus identifies their base as Autobot Outpost Omega-1. So I guess that's the name of their base in the show. The ship turns out to belong to Wheeljack, an old buddy of Bulkhead's from his wrecker's days.
See you soon, buddy. I'll make sure you get a proper welcome.
So who's the boyfriend?
Oh, RC. Are you starting ships for us?
Me and Jackie go way back. We were part of the same war unit, the Wreckers.
I didn't hear Bulkhead deny it. Maybe he and Jackie are boyfriends. On board the Nemesis, though, Soundwave has intercepted the Autobots' communication. And apparently he has schematics for all the Autobots, even Wheeljack, before he's actually shown up on Earth. As we'll learn later in the episode, apparently the Autobots have public service records, so I guess that's where Soundwave got these. But here we are introduced to a new Decepticon, Makeshift, who's apparently a special type of Transformer that can transform into anything or anyone at will. Basically, think of him as the Transformers equivalent of Mystique from X-Men. Well, apparently some time has passed during the show's intro, as Wheeljack is now about to arrive on Earth.
You think he's here to visit? Maybe he'll stay.
Have to find his own human, though.
Miko seems to know how this show works. Wait, isn't this technically breaking the fourth wall? Does Miko know that she's in a Transformers cartoon?
Ground bridge cycling up. Blasted scraplets. Equipment hasn't been the same since the infestation.
Nice. I like that they referenced the previous episode. And apparently they're still working on getting the base back to full working order.
Dude, I've never seen you so stoked.
Oh, you're gonna love Wheeljack. We were like brothers. And tonight, we are gonna party.
Aww, it's so cute to see Bulkhead excited to have his boyfriend back. Although, I don't think most gay guys would call each other brothers. But who knows, I could be wrong. As Wheeljack's ship crashes in the desert, we can spot 3 pyramids in the distance. So, does that mean that he's in Egypt, and these are the Great Pyramids of Giza? Wow, what a coincidence that I was just talking about the G1 episode Changing Gears this Sunday, where I mentioned in my review how the Autobots really need a ground bridge, as well as referencing Revenge of the Fallen, which of course featured the pyramids as a plot point. And now, apparently in this Transformers Prime episode, this is the exact same location where they were planning to ground bridge Jackie from. It's so weird that I just happened to review these 2 episodes this week, and both of them have this in common. Well, we are finally introduced to Wheeljack. This Transformers Prime version of the character is obviously quite different from the usual mad scientist persona that most other continuities go with. While he may look very similar to his other incarnations, Prime Wheeljack is definitely a warrior first. He almost seems to have a bit of a ninja vibe to him. The way his battle mask covers his mouth, his 2 swords, and his little Naruto run here, not to mention his lone wolf, not a team player attitude, kind of reminds me of Prowl from Transformers Animated. Although his voice and the way he talks kind of reminds me of Shipwreck from G.I. Joe.
I taught him that.
You taught him how to stab, Bulkhead? How? You don't even have swords. However, as it turns out, this is not the real Wheeljack, but our robot in disguise, Makeshift. Which means that Makeshift stabbed and blasted his own guys. Man, you'd really hate to be a Viacon in Transformers Prime if you just get thrown away as cannon fodder like that. Back at the Autobot base, we are introduced to lobbing, which is basically just playing catch with a big heavy metal ball. This would actually get referenced in other Transformers series like Rescue Bots.
Nice try, Green Bean. You couldn't hit the backside of Unicron with a lobbing ball.
Speaking of big heavy metal balls, we also get to see Miko rock out in this same scene, and she encourages Raph to join in.
Of course, the robot.
Aww, I love it. We need more dancing in Transformers. I can't remember. What was the last time we saw a Transformer dance on screen? Would it have been way back in Headmasters? Speaking of dancing, though...
Where's Optimus?
Went for a drive. Primes don't party.
Maybe not in the Prime universe they don't, but we do know that in the Cyberverse continuity at least, Optimus Prime can bust a move with his crew if he really wants to.
Yeah, I'm still picking shrapnel out of my backside.
I'm not surprised, given the size of your backside.
Hey, don't body shame Bulkhead just because he's thick, RC. Some bots love a big backside, and there's nothing wrong with that.
So, that's pretty much it. Energon stockpile, power generator, armory, everything you need to blow the joint sky high.
Wait, now I'm really starting to wonder, is Miko a fourth wall breaking self-aware character like Deadpool?
Oh, hello. I know, right?
Or did Makeshift seriously ask her to show him all these places without any regard to how suspicious it makes him look? Or maybe both? So, with Makeshift's cover blown, he takes Miko hostage. Meanwhile, on the Decepticon ship, Wheeljack has escaped. And when Makeshift opens the ground bridge to the Nemesis, the real Wheeljack slips through and faces off against his doppelganger. The real Wheeljack wins, and Bulkhead throws out the trash.
Please tell me that you at least learn the location of their base.
It is in a hidden bunker just outside of... Whoa! Oh no.
Wow, literally one or two more words and the Decepticons would have known where the Autobots' base is. Speaking of which, the kids and Bumblebee continue to party back at the Autobot base. Aw, but why isn't RC dancing too? I really want to see her dance with them. I know she's more of a stoic character, but she could at least tap her foot or something. Although I do like how Bulkhead seems to be excited to help Wheeljack pick out a new vehicle mode. I wonder, is selecting a new vehicle mode like the Transformers equivalent of shopping for a new dress or something? Sadly though, Wheeljack turns out to be more of a Tigatron type character and decides not to stay with the Autobots as a permanent member of the team, but instead chooses to go out and explore and try to find more Autobots. But of course, we will see him again in the future, and he will eventually become more of a regular member of the team later in the series. What a great episode of Transformers Prime! I know we were kind of joking about Bulkhead and Wheeljack being a couple, but I would seriously love it if they actually were. Come on, Hasbro. You recently confirmed after all these years that Knockout and Breakdown are a couple. Why not Bulky and Jackie too? Also, this episode really reminded me of the Beast Wars episode, Double Dinobot, where Megatron creates a clone of Dinobot to infiltrate the Maximal's base. I do kind of wish that this Prime episode was a little bit more like that Beast Wars episode, and when Wheeljack escaped, instead of attacking the Decepticons straight away, he pretended to be Makeshift for a bit in order to gain the upper hand on them. Just like how the real Dinobot pretended to be his own clone in order to fool Megatron. Although it would have been pretty weird if Wheeljack ate Makeshift. So maybe not. Well, what did you think of this episode of Transformers Prime? As always, let me know down in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and do all that other fun stuff. And I'll see you back here next week for the next episode of Transformers Prime, Convoy. See you then.